Here's the front garden. More sweet peas here. I have an iceberg white climbing rose there that's planted. A lot of peonies. And then this cress just was volunteer seeds from last year. And ironically, so was all of the amaranth. I had horrible luck trying to seed that this year. Practically nothing in my trays grew, but all of the seeds from last year did. I had the same thing with Bells of Ireland too. I, like a lot of it self-seeded very happily from last year, and none of the stuff that I grew in plagues grew. So, lesson is, some plants just want to be ignored. This is all of my dahlia seedlings. I have some from Triple Wren Farms and then from Florette. This is spearmint and sunflowers that I'm doing. I know it's unpopular opinion, but sunflowers are actually my favorite, but in fact they're pretty low on the list. But I'm gonna try and grow them this year because I know a lot of people do love them, and if they're successful, I'll keep growing them even if they're not my favorite. A bunch of lilies. I got a lot of pre-chilled bulbs this year, so these I planted a few weeks ago and they're growing really well, and I'm going to do another planting here soon, so I actually have a lot. This bed I also need to fill in. If you notice, I don't really follow traditional rules of flower farming. Like, I don't have everything laid out in rows. I don't use weed barrier. I also use overhead sprinklers, although I do plan on switching to drip soon-ish. And the reason for that is only because I just prefer the look of a cottage garden over rows of flowers. It certainly is not the best option for production or for cutting or for harvesting. It takes more time when you do it this way, but you know, I'm willing to do that. So all of these cosmos self-seeded too. Basically, like, once you buy cosmo seeds, amaranth seeds, or Bells of Ireland seeds, you don't need to ever do it again. Because I tore out all these plants. I mean, they're still seeds. These are China asters. I fell in love with these last year, and I'm growing a lot more than I did last year, and they're very happy. I think I even saw a few little buds on them, which is, I think, a bit early. Normally they're more August. And I have more sweet peas on this. My goal is to have them climb all the way up. And then back here, I have 5 beds of dahlias. I definitely do not grow yet a lot of dahlias compared to a lot of people. I think I only planted about 200 this year. And the only real reason for that is that I'm still growing my stock, and I just don't have the money to buy thousands of them right now. And also, I don't necessarily have the space yet either. I have to convert more of my back into a bed. So yeah, a lot of them are coming up. These ones are the most far along. I started those early. And then this way. And then there's the little flower stand down there. The flowers. And then this border has 2 roses in it that eventually will get to be about 10 feet. And then I have lavender in front, and then all the leftover alliums. And this is where I actually had a lot of my bulbs this year too, but those all got pulled because they were tulips. So my goal, and then more sweet peas, which I actually have to add another trellis line, and that hurts a little bit. So my goal for this border is to eventually have this rose hedge of these orangey peach blossoms with the purple lavender in front, and then I have a bunch of purple and black salvias. Here's one that's actually starting to bloom. And then those would go in front of the roses, but behind the lavender. So that's kind of my goal for that border, because that leads up to the doorway of our house. And then these are a gorgeous rose that actually makes a really good cut flower, but these ones blew open with the heat, so those ones I have to deadhead, and if I cut these ones in time, they'll probably do a bit better. So yeah, and then this is the other direction. I'm excited to see how this all fills in. This is like my first year doing the front yard. Last year it was lawn, and over the fall I converted it to this, which was quite a bit of work, but it was worth it because I'm not a fan of lawn, and the lawn in the front was actually horrible. Like, if we had kept it, we would have had to replace it because it was just in such bad shape. So this is better. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little tour. Let me know if you want to see anything else or have any questions, I guess. And that's all.